What's up, guys? Today we are back in the Crew 2, and today I'm going to be doing a full game review. Now, I'm going to start off in a good spot. Start off in the garage. The garage is really, I guess, interactive. You can actually walk around the garage, which is honestly, it's a subtle feature. It doesn't really do a whole lot for functionality, but it's one of my favorite features. I like that you can have your cars actually in a real garage and walk around the car, look at the car, look at your customization, change your customization if you want to, if you don't like the way something looks once you back up and look around it, maybe move around back of it. It has cool little carts, stands, displays for your boats, which is cool. And there's also different rooms. So this is the main room. And then you go to the garage, it has cars only, and then so on and so forth. So this is my garage, and you can change vehicles. So I can change this to, let's say, I don't know which car I want to, let's set my AMG for that spot. So you can change the cars, change your display. You can actually even go into photo mode in the garage and move all around the garage, take pictures, etc. So I could do a really cool picture like that, or if I wanted to, I could do something really cool and switch this vehicle to the old Mercedes and then go back into photo mode and move my guy, because I don't want my guy standing in the picture. So, and this is just a quick demonstration to kind of show some usefulness of the photo mode in the garage. So I can get super low, get a really good angle on new Mercedes and old Mercedes. So cool little image there. As far as the customization in the garage goes, you can get to your performance customization from the start menu, but you can also get to it from here if you're here anyway, like I am. So I'm just going to go and throw these parts on before I forget, because I know I'll go into the next race and forget. So go ahead and get those on. So for visual parts, actually there's only two things for this being a touring car. So let's make them yellow to match the rest of the car. So there's not that much customization for the touring car, but let me go ahead and do some really crazy stuff with my Mustang. So I could do a full carbon fiber hood. I'm going to use credits and save my money. Oops. So hood, front bumper, you can do all sorts of different things. I don't like the fog lights in the front bumper because, well, Mustangs don't have those, or I should say 2015 Mustangs don't have those, so it's a little weird. Actually, let's do that. I like that. It's a little more subtle than some of the other ones. So rims, I'm happy with. Caliper color, I'm happy with. Carbon fiber side mirrors, I'm happy with. That I'm happy with. Rear wing, there's not too much. Only one really crazy option, but I can go ahead and do that and make it look really cool. So this car will be pretty insane by the time I'm done with it. So go ahead and throw that on there. And then the front bumper just isn't wild enough for me. I want to get wild. So let's do that. Get a little crazy with it. So, and this is a little bit of an exaggeration just to show you guys the customization. Interior customization is pretty cool. You can do like saddle brown leather, because that's I don't know about the 2015 Mustangs, but for some of the the later S197s, it is an option. It looks good. My Mustang had the saddle brown interior, and I didn't really like it at first, but it grew on me a lot, and I came to really fall in love with it. So You can change different styles, different color combinations, which is cool. I think that one looks good. You can actually change the material also, which is a very subtle change. And then interior insert. And then apply that. And then that's all for customization. The Mustang actually has quite a bit of customization. So that's that. Continuing on customization, when you go into, well, I guess I have to be out of the garage for that one, so let me go ahead and drive my newly customized Mustang. Go into the start menu here, and then you'll notice when you go into the performance, and I probably could have done this way in the garage, but when you go into the performance from the start menu, you have that option at the bottom for Pro settings, and basically it's much more in-depth tuning. So the global section, as you see there, optimizes it for all vehicles in that class. It's not all vehicles total, but it's all in that class. So I can turn traction control off, slide help off, and I can leave the other two on just for a little bit better control. Change the aero distribution just a little bit, and then see over there on the right side, it actually tells me how it affects my performance, which is cool. Gearbox, tire grip. So like I can turn my rear tire grip down, which hurts, so I'm not going to do that. Braking power, braking balance. I can make the braking balance a little bit more even. Suspension, compression, rebound, which is cool. Camber. So add a little bit more for racing. And then, yeah, so it's a little bit limited, but you get the important stuff in there. So that is the basics of customization. Now moving on to the map, it's always online, so you're always in with other people. So see, here's some other guys, and then there's this guy going way out here on a boat. So the map is huge. As you guys probably already know, it replicates a scale model of the entire US, which is cool. And obviously it doesn't look exactly like the US. It's missing some parts. It's missing Texas down here. Florida looks really, really weird. It looks more like a tumor than Florida. New York is way too close to Florida. And there's just some other weird things. But it's a scale model. You get all the major cities. You have San Francisco, LA, Vegas, Chicago, Detroit, New York, Miami. Those are like the main cities. And you have a little bit way up there in the top left. You have a little bit of Seattle, but it's not quite as big as some of the other areas. You guys can tell by where the street races are, where the main cities are. I haven't actually even been to Chicago, so I'm gonna go around Miami just a little bit. Let's teleport to South Beach. Show you guys. I won't go into that race, but show you guys some of the highlights of Miami. South Beach is probably one of the most famous spots. So driving around South Beach a little bit, you get all the huge skyscrapers. I am, pulling Mustangs left and right, just going after the crowd, as a good Mustang should. And then you can kind of go off-road. Most stuff is destructible. There's some trees and light poles that aren't, but most stuff is. I haven't actually been out here yet, so this is kind of cool to see. You can come out here, drive around the beach, get your car full of salt because you want it to rust and fall apart, do donuts on the beach, pretty much do whatever you want. It's very open world. Obviously it's open world, but it's not very limited, which is good. So let's see, I can drive through here, drive through the little kids play park. It's not destructible, which is probably a good thing. And then going back out of the beach. So that's the South Beach area. Moving on, New York is one of my favorite spots, probably because I want to go to New York really bad. So let's come out here to New York Airport. So let's come out here to Long Island. The airport, you know, these areas like this are pretty cool. It has some drift events in areas like this. There's a few like airline terminal drift events which are fun, pretty easy to do. There's these little side events like this that are fun. Oops. I think I missed one. Not sure. Oh, I guess not. Whoa. Jeez. Where'd my traction go? But anyway, you guys get the idea. Oh, okay, I guess it lets you keep going and going. Oh, I barely missed it. So anyway, you can, I like how they did the map. I like how you can zoom in like this and actually get a little bit more of a street view. Not a perfect street view, but a little bit more of a street view. And then you can just zoom all the way out to the full map. So it lets you look around really good. And so like say you want to take pictures or something, you can find a good spot to do so. Like if I wanted to, I don't really like this spot, but I don't know, say I wanted to come up to like this huge building right here. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the Empire State Building or not. I guess not. It's American Petrol, because that makes so much sense because we say petrol in America. I'll overlook that one. Anyway, so this is the New York area, pretty cool. You get, I guess that's supposed to be Central Park here. It's almost like there's two islands, which is kind of weird. It's like Long Island and then Long Island V2. There's a racetrack over here, Detroit up here, so let's go ahead and travel over here. I'll show you guys around Detroit a little bit. The home of, I guess, most American vehicles. GM, Ford, Chrysler, it's all Detroit. So I am totally driving the wrong way down the street, but I do not care. The big cities, they start to look the same a little bit. Oh, jeez. And then there's some really nice rural areas that you guys have seen in previous videos. So moving on just a little bit, especially like out here, all these little like really curvy roads are really cool. So Sequoia Forest Escape. So you get these like rally roads like this through the forest with all kinds of crazy scenery and awesome graphics. This Mustang's not supposed to go this steep uphill. I somehow made that, not sure how. But anyway, that's some of the highlights of the map itself. Coming back down here to Florida, let's see, let's do this. Let's set a waypoint for right here, show you guys one other highlight on the map, and then I guess this is the closest point that I can fast travel to. One of the really cool features about this game is that you can switch vehicles on demand, and you do so by pressing down the right stick. So you just press that down and then pick whatever vehicle you want. Now, the way that you set which vehicle it actually teleports, or not teleports, but transforms into, you have to have it set as a favorite. So I only have one plane, so naturally it's my favorite. My Jet Sprint boat is my favorite boat out of the two that I have. I like it a lot better. It's more quick and nimble. And then my favorite, I'm not sure what I have my favorite car set to right now, but you can set a favorite car or motorcycle. You can set a motorcycle in that spot. So like I could set this Harley that came with the pre-purchase content, and then when I take off, I can take off, go towards my waypoint, and it would probably be highly illegal to fly a plane anywhere near the Space Center in Cape Canaveral, but this is a video game, so I can do what I want. Not to worry, I have a permit, I can do what I want. So, coming out here, let me just get over the water here. And then, boat. And then I think I'm going to end up landing on the street in my boat. Yep, almost. So I can fly down from a plane into a boat. See how nimble the jet sprint boat is? And then, when you tilt your left stick back, it makes it even more. Oh man, I wasn't close enough. Oh, come on. Anyway, you can do cool stuff like wheelies. Just don't wheelie too far back, or, well, it's not letting me now. I'm going too fast to wheelie, but you can wheelie, and you can do a, I guess they call it a stoppie. I used to play ATV Off-Road Fury, so I know it as an endo, but same difference. So here you can see the Space Center coming up on the left. Really cool feature that they added. Being that I'm originally from Florida, it's cool to see some of these highlights of Florida added. Disney World would have been kind of cool, but that one probably would have been kind of hard to pull off. Go race around Disney World. So I guess there's no, unless I'm just not near it. Whoops, wrong button for the map. Oh, there's the shot. I'm just way too low to see it. Not to worry, I can fix that. Whoops, I didn't hold it down long enough. You do have to hold it down for a second. If you're driving, you have to anticipate it way early, because otherwise you'll mess up. Because it takes a second to transform. So, gonna come back around here, loop back around so you can get a really good view of the space shuttle. Really cool to see, as I am going way too slow to turn and hit it. That was a huge fail. We're gonna act like that didn't happen. But that is one of the other major features about this. Now, you know, other good features like I've done previous videos on are things like photo mode, where you can actually fast forward and rewind your gameplay. So say you do something really cool, you do like some aerial trick, or your car spits flames and you don't have time to pause and capture it. All you gotta do is go into photo mode and press left or right on the D-pad, and you can rewind gameplay. So like this, where I'm in kind of almost vertical flight, I can do that. I can fast forward to whatever point I want to get the shot. So this is kind of a cool picture, so I'm gonna actually save that. Actually, like more like that. I'm gonna save that one. It's a cool picture. So that's another like really cool feature about the crew. There's so much to talk about. Let's see. Other things include endless events, endless things to do. There are so many different disciplines that you will never get bored. So, and it gives you all these headquarters. So like, there's the pro racing headquarters, which has powerboat, touring car, Alpha GP, which is the Formula 1 cars. You have individual events for each of those disciplines. So when you go over here to freestyle, you have aerobatics, jet sprint, and monster truck. That's kind of like the miscellaneous stuff. And then you have the, actually I passed it, you have the off-road headquarters, which consists of the obvious, and then you have Street Racing HQ, which, you know, street race, drift, drag, and then those hypercar, like, cross-country races are also included in that. So that's all the disciplines. Those are the headquarters. You can actually get out and walk around the headquarters. I will show you guys that in the street racing one, because the street racing headquarters is probably my favorite, just because of the cars that are in it. So coming over here, and you can actually test drive any car you want from here. So you just select it, and this is actually how you also filter the cars, because when you just do it from the start menu, you can't filter. You just have to search by brand. If you come to any headquarter and go to the car that corresponds with the discipline, so like this is the street race discipline, it'll actually filter out only street race vehicles. So that's a bike that I really, really want. So you can filter out street race cars only. So say I want to go all the way over to like the F12 or something, the Huracan, you can actually do so. Let's see, let's do the GT3 RS, my favorite Porsche. So if I go to it and then just hit B to back out, it will save the car there, and then you can hit X for test drive and actually drive it for like 45 seconds or a minute, which is cool because, you know, if you're conflicted on which two cars you like, if you're stuck on two cars and you can't figure out which one to buy, you can just go to the headquarters that it's a part of, pick that discipline, go select that car and back out, and then test drive it. So cool feature. Try it before you buy it. If you don't like it, return it for your money back. Just kidding, you don't pay anything to test drive. Don't want to make somebody think that you paid to test drive. You don't. So, and then it comes up with that timer that, you know, like limits your test drive. So unfortunately you can't just get in and drive anywhere. That would be kind of cool, but it would also kind of defeat the purpose of buying cars. So, and then you have like the signs up there that correspond. So like the drag Viper. Let's look at all the drag cars. I haven't really gone through the drag car list too much. I guess the Corvette Stingray, I guess, oh no, that's not the fastest one. I think the Rough is supposed to be like the fastest one. I think it's the highest performance level. I can't even get traction to pick up the front end. That's funny. Oops. Oops. Anyway, I'm just messing around a little bit here. So that's what the headquarters do. It's cool that you can get out and walk around. I never saw this over here. So mailbox. Whoa, I have parts in my mailbox that I did not know about. So let's claim all these because I can use those. What else am I missing? There's a leaderboard here. There's a stage here that doesn't actually do anything but looks cool. What else can I do? I guess there's nothing up here. I think... Oh, hello there.
Holy cow, a McLaren P1. That's Tio's ride. You think we might actually get our hands on that? How awesome would that be?
Whoa. That's cool. That's really cool. This thing is fast. Whoa. This thing is really, really cool. The active aero is awesome. Wow. Just listen to the engine sounds. The engine sounds are not super accurate, but it's also just kind of a street race arcade game, so I don't really expect them to be. I don't really care that they're not completely accurate. It's not supposed to be like ultra realistic. It's just supposed to be fun, and it is more than fun. So here you guys are getting to see a little bit more of the map. This is LA right here. LA looks pretty different. LA is a cool place to be. Whoa there, buddy. Anyways, that's the P1. That's really cool. Kind of neat to see all this. A lot you can do, which is good. Like I said, endless stuff to do. So I think that just about covers everything. I don't think I missed anything. If I didn't cover a feature that you guys think is like a really notable feature that should have been mentioned, or if it's just a small, because I'm a guy that likes the small things. The small things like the ability to walk around the headquarters and walk around the garage. I really like that, and I think it really adds to the game, because when you have a bunch of little stuff like that, and you just, you have like one thing over here, one thing here, one thing here, instead of just like one big thing and that's it. I think the little stuff really adds up to become even bigger. So I'm a guy who likes the little things. But anyway, whether it's a little thing or a big feature that I may have missed, leave it down in the comments down below if it's something that you think that I should have mentioned. Leave that in the comment section down below. Other than that, if you liked the video, leave me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of the video, if I did a good job. I know I kind of rambled a little bit, but it's a really fun game. There's a lot to cover, and it's hard to get to it all. But if you haven't bought the game yet, I highly recommend doing so. I do not, if you're a car guy, if you're into cars, even if you're not into cars, I don't think you would be disappointed with this game, because there's so much to do. And if you're not like a huge car guy, you have planes and boats and stuff that you can drive around, off-road, monster trucks. Everybody loves monster trucks, so that's really cool. I would show you guys monster trucks, but I don't actually have one yet. But yeah, so if you like the video, leave a thumbs up and a comment down below. Aside from that, hit subscribe if you want to see some more. Oh, this bike understeers. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see some more Crew 2 coming up, and I will see you guys next time around. See you later.